Hi everyone, welcome to the day 18 of Revenue Cat Ship a Ton Challenge. Today has been a very exhausting day. I have been coding like straight 8 hours, working on some prototypes, and before that, I was doing my consulting work, which was like 5-7 hours more. So I have been exhausted, but I still wanted to not miss a day of recording these videos. So this video will be a shorter one compared to yesterday, where I was talking a lot. So I do not have my mobile in front of me. I think it's kind of dead. I was recording this camera feed, and that's just sucked a lot of battery out of it. So I will just show you some tweets that I made during the day. So the first thing is I started the day by watching the Apple Intelligence WWDC session, because I had to like work on the journal entries, like explore how it works for work. And I thought of like doing something similar for my own app, meshing. So it's like I can say, hey Siri, create a beautiful mesh gradient from the sunset picture I took yesterday. As of now, this will not work. It is supposed to work in 18.1, and we do not know when that will come out. We still do not know when 18 will come out. But the idea is that you're kind of ready. So you can test these intents using the shortcuts app, but they will not work as you expect it to be. Like, you do not get the personal context by Siri, or the on-screen awareness that it is supposed, like what was showcased during WWDC. But you do not have to add custom prompts right now, like the phrases that you use right now when working with shortcuts. So that's a plus point. So with that, and also when I was going through this, I realized that for some reason Apple has like removed all the documentation that is related to Apple Intelligence. They have the articles that are on the journal intents and everything, but when you try to click on each of them, like if I just go and show what the tweet was, uh, create an app intent that implements a schema, and when you try to click on each of these links, it just won't work. So something fishy is happening at the glass window. Being the glass window. Anyway, the second thing was, no, not me. I wasted 4 hours yesterday working on control widgets, not something related to meshing, but in the end, it was like a known bug in Xcode 16, but it works in 16.1. I feel like this has been the buggiest release. I think 13 was also really bad when SwiftUI came out, but I think the second worst. And then during the day, I finally got to meet a designer in person and get their valuable feedback on meshing. And when they tried out the rotating hue shift, they loved it. They loved it so much that they were just doing it again and again and again. So talking to them really opened my eyes on how a designer thinks and how I was thinking as a developer. And that the motivation that I got from them, I when I came back, I prototyped the whole new design. So what you see right now on meshing is kind of the worst that you can see for the app. So the possibilities that this conversation has opened up for me will make meshing a really good app. And they suggested me to look into some apps that are like editor apps, photo editor apps, but they have a really uh, good UI that I can get inspiration from, even just copy it directly. Like right now, I have mentioned it in the past few times that I do not like the bottom sheet, and I found a good way to do that. Like I have got almost 2000 signals on the analytics part, and I can now understand what's working and what's not. There are people changing the grid a lot. The people are not using blur as much as I thought, not even the favorites, and not even the noise. So all of this does not have to be in that view. A lot of can be just moved away into just some buttons. But export is something that I will add as a very prominent button. And after coming back, I realized I have like doing a lot of throwaway prototyping, I decided to create a target, which is like a meshing prototype. Like if I show you my code, where is it? On the side you can see I have this color from camera, color from image, and color from photo library, and each view has its, like, I'm not deleting any of these code because I think they are valuable and they can just be there. It does not have to be like deleted, or like it's not a throwaway project. I can get inspiration from any code I work on. It's like a playground in meshing, but it is serving a purpose that any code that I think is production ready, I can just copy paste it to the meshing app itself. So that's one really cool thing that worked out well for me. And so I was talking to a designer who works at Figma, and they have this mesh gradient tool that they created, and they had this really good way of getting the colors. So all this while what I was doing was trying to find the dominant colors in an image. So to give you a context, so I use a mechanism algorithm called as the K clustering means algorithm, and in that what it does, it clusters a lot of the dominant colors which are available in the whole image, and then the second dominant, third dominant. But the idea of dominant colors is that you may get colors, let's say a lot of black colors or like a lot of white colors on the screen, but you do not want that. You want the prominent colors that will pop up when you create mesh gradients out of it, and they should be unique. So I created my own algorithm using, I did not use the K clustering means algorithm. What I did was, for each of the, I divided the image into grids, and for each of the grids I would try to find a color that is prominent, and then I would have a threshold, the spacing, that this color should not be similar to any of the colors by 0.2%, which is, when it translates, it's 255, right? 0 to 255 for each of RGB. So the value of each of them should not be more than 50, the difference for R plus G plus B difference. And then the spacing as well, when I divide into 10 grids, so the idea is, if I get all the colors in the first row itself, that wouldn't be good, right? So I have a spacing threshold as well. So that helped me get this working. I was able to get a good color from the Shipperton as well. And then I went crazy. I was like, if I can get the colors from a single image, or like the image that I have on my phone, what if I get an image from the camera? Like, so I played a video on my TV, and you can see the colors are automatically, for each frame every 0.3 seconds it is getting a new image, and it is trying to find the prominent unique colors in that, not dominant, and the results are much better than I expected it to be. And oh yes, this was the best one, because you can see I got the dominant colors and the points at which they are located. So this gives such a good vibe. The next thing for this prototype is that it won't be a prototype. Like, this prototype is complete in itself. So when I take this prototype to the meshing app, the idea is that these points will be available to the users, that they can move around, and when they're like kind of final, I will just take this dots and create a med gradient out of it. But the problem is, these dots are on the edges, not like literally on the edges, and they should be. So how it will work with SwiftUI with a mesh gradient is something I have to look at. So to give you a brief context of how the mesh gradient works in SwiftUI, you have a point at the top which is 0.0 by 0, and the point at the bottom right which is 1 by 1. So I need these 4 edges at least, and the one that are on the vertices. Use, like, from edge to edge there should be one point in between where the X is not changing. But in this image I have to see how that works. And finally I was able to do this mechanism in real life with a zero point 0.3 second delay for each of the image that I'm getting, and it worked out really well. There is some delay, like not delay, but I'm not able to put out the colors well. I won't say colors well, the colors are coming really good. I'm not able to put the position of the points exactly where I want to be. Like the mathematics behind it is something I was exhausted doing it. You can see this video is recorded at 2 a.m. and my battery is 2%. So today was the best day when it came to design and prototyping. So, and today is just day 18. So, if you have been watching till now, you know that a lot more is coming in the next few weeks. So, stay tuned, and I will see you today itself because it's 3 a.m. Bye.